From the new home of the Atlanta Braves, MLB Network welcomes you to SunTrust Park. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Mike Foltynewicz, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt?
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position, one batter into the game.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. His career line with Foltynewicz. He brings with him a .313 batting average. He also has 1 home run. Hernandez leads off second with nobody out. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Maikel Franco. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
No balls and a strike to count. And it's quickly 0-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Here comes another 0-2. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. So next to the plate for the Phils, Maikel Franco. His career line with Foltynewicz. He's a .333 hitter. He's taken him deep once. A ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Phillies 1 and the Braves coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Aaron Nola gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Aaron Nola coming on, the pride and joy of Louisiana State University. Kind of a 4-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. None of his pitches rate really on a scale of 10. None of them are 8s or 9s, but he's solid and he throws strikes. You'll know early if he's on, he'll induce a lot of ground balls.
Now here it comes. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. And immediately the Phillies now must deal with a real burner standing at first base.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Pitches high, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Looks like they're trying to be aggressive on the base pass in order to get that run back they gave up at the top of the first. I like that, especially early in the game, so we'll see if they can drive him in now.
And that is through into center field, a base hit. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Wow, you rarely see this guy give up more than a hit an inning, and he's already given up 3 here. It's too early to be concerned, but you do have to keep an eye on him moving forward. He's a pro, though, so he's capable of turning things around in a hurry.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Here's the 0-2. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, man, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. This guy hit over 300 last year, and, man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
First pitch on its way. Very weakly on the ground. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Albies on second. Freeman is over at first with 1 away. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Digging in now, Kurt Suzuki. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. Looking to minimize the damage here. Line drive to center field. Pereira will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2, all tied at 1-1. Up next will be Nick Williams. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. His career line with Foltynewicz. He's got a 3-for-5 line. He also has 1 home run. Inciarte on the run. And the inning is over. Phillies down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, tied at 1. And the next in is Johan Camargo, set to lead off the home half of the 2nd. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the 1st out of the inning.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is, in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Mike Foltynewicz, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
Hoskins waits on it. And that retires the side. Down in order go the Braves. Through 2, we're tied 1 apiece. Set to start the 3rd as we're back on MLB Network from SunTrust Park near Atlanta. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Aaron Nola. 9-1-2 due up. Called strike 2 with the letters. 0-2 now. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Cesar Hernandez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Acuna on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
The 1-1. Dribbled to the right side. That winds up foul.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
The 1-2. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 2-2.
No, off the plate.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Up 3 down for Philadelphia. Home half of the 3rd coming up, tied at 1. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He'll begin things here against Aaron Nola. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit. So early trouble to lead off the inning.
I don't know how he got to that fastball right there. That looked like the old Tommy Hawk approach back in the 60s and 70s getting to that.
First pitch of the at-bat. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw in time as he just gets the tag down. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. But that is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Alfaro has it, but the throw is late, and he's aboard after the strikeout. So good awareness that time, as that'll go as a strikeout, but he's aboard on the drop 3rd strike. The next to bat for Atlanta, Freddie Freeman, a base hit in his first trip. He's set, and the pitch. A pitch out. The throw. And a good decision to pitch out that time, as he is toast at second base. 2 out, nobody on. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Braves go down quietly. We've played 3 full. We're tied at the plate. Rhys Hoskins. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. One run, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Wow, talk about being efficient. How about 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts? Doesn't get much better than that.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nick Markakis. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. Now a swing by Markakis, and he launches this one high and deep to right field. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a solo home run by Nick Markakis, and now it's 2-1 in favor of Atlanta.
sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Here's Ender Inciarte.
Ender Inciarte.
Here's a high pop-up. Santana shading to his right. And that's the first out of the inning. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Smoke toward third. Bronco fields it cleanly. On to first, and Suzuki's retired, 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in, Johan Camargo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hit out toward second. Hernandez gloves it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. One for the Braves in the inning, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. We played 4. It's now 2-1 Atlanta. Into the box now, Nick Williams. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The right fielder,
Ready to
5.
deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Williams.
Hard on the ground toward short. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
All right, let's see if that leadoff single gets them going right now. They've taken it on the chin for most of this game, being a little passive at the plate in their approach. Let's see if that starts them off and they start to go more ambush tactics.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters doing it in different ways have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Albies ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting.
At the plate, Aaron Nola, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. 1-0 the count. Count now a ball and a strike. On the ground to the right side. Albies brings it in, and a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. 1 left for Philadelphia. Our score remains 2-1.
Leading off for the Braves, the shortstop,
First offering on its way.
Watson.
This one's down to third. Oh, look at Bronco. It's there. He got him.
Now batting.
Pretty slick play down at the hot corner there. The dive and stab, and it's pretty easy to olay a ball like that, but he got it to stick in his glove. That's a nice play.
Stepping in now, Mike Foltynewicz. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here's the 0-1. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Mike Foltynewicz becomes the second out in the bottom of the 5th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Skied into straightaway right. Williams is under it. And that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. Digging in to try it again, Cesar Hernandez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Now batting.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Hoskins behind to count 0-2. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball. Standing in, Ozzie Albies. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Hoskins comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Stepping in, Freddie Freeman. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Nick Markakis will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Now the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Herrera, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Braves as they're unable to add to their 2-1. Back here at SunTrust Park, 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. And a good first pitch as he gets him to bounce one on the ground out towards second. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes, over 70% so far in this outing.
Tapped down the line. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Behind 0-2 now. gonna add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the... Here's Ender Inciarte. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips.
Ender. Inciarte.
First offering on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Ranging back is Herrera. And that one is gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center, and it's given the Braves a 3-1 lead.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
Into the box, Kurt Suzuki.
Kurt Suzuki.
As he grounds one briskly to short. Cabrera's there. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Now batting, Johan Camargo. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. And the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Williams. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
So striding in, Jorge Alfaro. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Number 48 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Here comes the first pitch. Dribbled back toward the mound. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. The Braves are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him. First pitch coming, here it is. Way out in front. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Row, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. 2 different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? 2 different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Cesar Hernandez. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. Scott Kingery will come on now and pinch run here. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. Phillies leave a couple. Score holds. It's 3-1. Scott Kingery will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop. Pat Neshek is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Pat Neshek.
Charlie Culberson is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
There's a deep fly ball. Doesn't quite get out of the ballpark, but it hits in the right spot as it bounces off that hard warning track and over the wall for a ground rule double. Not sure if he had triple on his mind, but I doubt he'll complain too much about getting to coast into second base.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey, great arm action on that changeup right there. You come up to the plate with runners in scoring position, you're going to be super aggressive. I don't fault that guy for swinging through.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, and not in time as the run scores.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Shot toward right center, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Acuna is on his way home. He scores, and they lead now by 4. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Line to the right side. Williams is there, and he makes the catch for the out. The relay.
The right fielder, number 22, Nick Markakis.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the belt, the pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle, played on the backhand. On to first, and Markakis is retired 2 away. Here's Ender Inciarte, runner in scoring position with Cigar.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out the center.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Peter Moylan comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Peter Moylan.
So digging in now, Rhys Hoskins has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. In now, Carlos Santana. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. The 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 1-2. Fouled off. Fouled away. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Boy, he looks strong up there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
The count now at 2-2. Philly down to their last strike. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Now this crowd of over 38,000 on their feet. And a swing and a miss, as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
5-1 the final total in today's game. The Braves took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Mike Foltynewicz gets the W on the mound. Aaron Nola takes the loss despite working 7 strong innings. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SunTrust Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.